So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Donnarumma, is someone who's been predestined for greatness, Peter, and he hasn't disappointed. Immense in terms of shot stopping, we know that, but I think his distribution has also improved, and it needed to, although he likes to keep it quite safe and simple.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, he's got a sight of goal. It is a corner, good chance.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
So it's going to be another corner. It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a sharp pass. Nedved. There he goes, motoring forward. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And this is Nedved. Still goalless at the moment. Pirlo. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Paulette. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos delivers. He's having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And it's Pirlo. There's the delivery. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Roberto Carlos. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Nedved.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Nice interception, well timed. Cleared without complication. Dani Olmo. Linton. Now it's Luis Suarez. Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. Might be danger here. And Hullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 4 coming up here. will be livid with himself. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing nice and neat. And this is Luis Suarez. Linton. Now it's Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos could try cutting inside here. In again. Mosquera clears it away, and he's been shifted off it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now here's the delivery. Cleared without hesitation.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back. As it turned out, unsuccessfully. Vieira. Half-time getting close now. Roberto Carlos. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Van Dijk gets it away. Timber. Onana. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Roberto Carlos. Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. No, he's not getting any further than that. And they can counter here. Kilishoy. Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot! Goal! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Numero 5.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Signori, attenzione, un annuncio importante. Il papà del bambino che indossa una maglietta gialla è atteso all'area informazioni.
So off we go once more.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Nedved. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And they're quick to get it back. He has found the way through. Takes a shot! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so sick.
Oh, that's ambitious. And it's Vieira.
Milan have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Cafu. Onana. He's gone forward. 60 minutes played. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vieira. He's well positioned, and the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there.
Sostituzione per il Milan.
They're up to 5 corners now.
Luis Suarez. Numero 4. Numero 11. Numero 8. Vieira. Numero 21. Pirlo. Lasciano il campo per il numero 23.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Il numero 16. Il numero 20.
He's felt that, hasn't he?
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Dembele. Hernes. Rodri. Oh, it's a great... Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Roberto Carlos goes short. Elects to cross. Surely now! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Camavinga. Now who's going to be first to this? Hazard. Hernes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Hernes quietly revving up. And it's Roberto Carlos. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Threads one in. And played right into his path. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards to turn a deficit into a lead. Brilliant save from Donnarumma.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Hazard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Haaland going like a man possessed. Hazard. Chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! And again they hit the front. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Al-Sadd go into the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Cruyff has been caught there, it's a foul. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position. And this, an opportunity to pull level. Roberto Carlos! Oh, that's fabulous! About as smooth as it gets. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And he's there to clear it. Azar. Camavinga. The final seconds now. Well read, nice interception. Deftly away. Cruyff. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Cafu. Nicely weighted ball. No, that's been intercepted. That's that, the end. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep-lying position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Nedved. Cafu. Here's Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pirlo. And it's Pirlo. Platini. Platini showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Varane calmly anticipates. Great vision. Luis Suarez. Seedorf. Vieira. Pirlo. And it's Roberto Carlos. This looks promising. Seedorf still... Oh, smashing header! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Hullet. Look at the space here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Seedorf can see things, others simply cannot. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Nedved. Cafu tries to pass it through. Bullet! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Vieira. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Seedorf, who's set up one goal so far. He's on it, can he get away? Nicely aimed pass.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Seedorf. And it's Nedved. Hullet.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Seedorf. Roberto Carlos. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Vieira. Pirlo. And here's Mbappe. Messi. Oh, that's nice. Aimed in towards... He gets big! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
more, he proves rigid and robust. It's Luis Suarez! Pirlo is always looking to break lines. And it's Nedved. And the shot's on here. Suarez shot a goal! That was a matter of inches.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Rafael Varane. Pirlo. Van Dijk. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Nedved. That's a good ball out wide. And he's worked it through. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're off again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now he's off and running. Maldini is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Can he latch on to this? Dealt with nicely by the defence and smartly reclaimed. Just eases him off the ball. Seedorf. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Out of play for a throw. Oh, that's well spotted. Mbappe. Oh, this is a terrific run. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. And he's there to clear it. Yep, it's a corner.
Sostituzione per il Milan.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Platini. Gattuso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Pernis, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And this is Dembele. Dembele! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan are doing... It's Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that could set him on his way. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And that has put paid to that. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in. Roberto Carlos. That looks a terrific header. And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So there's going to be another change here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Van Dijk. And it's Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Suarez will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Has a shot! He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
That's really well cleared. Gattuso, he steps in, and that's the end of that. And that has been slung wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And he thumps it clear. Nedved. In towards the back stick. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Seedorf picks it up from the goal kick. Rodri. Nedved powering forward here. And here's Neymar. And here's Suarez. Crossed into the... Oh, what a climb! Oh, should have put that away.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Oh, it's Dembele. Foot in. Van Dijk. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Oh, that's neat. Roberto Carlos going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's played in. He's got tall. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, well measured. He is through here. He's found some space. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Seedorf. And this is Neymar. Seedorf. He's got away. Played in with big header. No mistake. Late drama, late goal. This will be one frantic ending. Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Cafu cuts it out. 5 minutes to add. He has found the way through. Neymar. Vieira. And here's tries a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Desperate defending required here. Punched away. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free.
That's going in strongly.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. And that is the last effort of the game. Milan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Milan really had a measure of control throughout and strengthened their grip on a victory as the game progressed.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Lahm got a long way forward to join the attack. Haaland. Played out wide. Played back in. Onana. Looking to go deep. Back in once more. Van der Sar claims it without any fuss. Pirlo. Roberto Carlos. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Drell. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's on it, can he get away? Saliba gets rid without sophistication.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Heerenveen are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Nedved, and that's a dangerous ball. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now that looks a decent ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's well spotted. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Doué. Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. Over to the left. Now it's Luis Suarez. Great vision. Nedved. He has found the way through. Bullish header! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, that's fabulous. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Onana gets a foot in here. Saliba. Onana. Now it's Luis Suarez. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. And he welcomes it in. Nedved drilled in low. Danger averted for now. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Chance to deliver. Big header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Van Dijk. Oh, good-looking ball. Onana. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He is through here. Chance, surely!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Doué. Zanetti. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Lam. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Corner number 2 then. Pirlo plays it short. Heerenveen have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Zanetti. And it's Doué. Bale. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. And that has been clubbed away. Can he get it through? Can he spark a counter here? He might be in here! Oh, look at this! And he shoots! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Substitution on the field, number 7, Erling Haaland.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Things starting to look very comfortable. The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Coming on the field,
Rodri, Pele, and it's Rodri.
Ibrahimovic.
Now it's Pele. Now this could be a chance. Pele! And it's there! A And they are cruising away. We knew what was coming, and and that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Giuseppe Bergami, certainly one of the fiercest opponents I've had the honour of facing.
Well, one of Italy's finest, and surely anyone's fiercest opponent. A master of everything defensive, Jim, and you, as you mentioned, faced him on the international stage.
Yeah, and his quiet and calm demeanour was the perfect disguise for that steely leadership. We knew we were in for a battle against him.
Bergami. For Messi. And this is Neymar. And a chance! It's fallen kindly here, and he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Vitinha, Iniesta. Vitinha. Pedri. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Pull it.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nicely weighted ball. And it's Iniesta. And here's Hullet. Now it's Iniesta. Chance! And that was very necessary. All the way back. Pedri can so cleverly bypass the press. Played out wide.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be... Shot at goal! It's there! And they're at it again, in double quick time! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
Brilliantly cut out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Thuram. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, no joy this time. Neymar. Very nicely done. Nicked it back promptly. And that's been drilled in. And he's there to belt it away. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Luis Suarez. And here's Pirlo. Out towards the flank. Pinches it off him. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Pirlo. Pirlo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Gullit can be a real threat inside the box.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's a good run he's making there. Now it's Gullit. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Oh, super find. And this Luis Suarez gets through on his own. And that has been knocked clear. Neymar, that is a brilliant interception. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Gullit. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Neymar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And they're not going to make any further progress now. De Jong. Roberto Carlos. Has a shot! Now, who's going to be first? And another try! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Looking to play him, and the shot! Goal! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, They didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Milan get themselves back into... And Hullet! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Always onto this. Oh, and this is Luis Suarez. Shapes to shoot! It's in! AC Milan are all square. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Luis Suarez! Sensational from Suarez! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Takes a shot! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And it's Pedri. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now, can they get it back?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Cafu does really well to win the ball there. Varane wins the duel this time. Thuram. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Hullet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Showing great feet there. He's found a way through. Nice control. Luis Suarez. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Shot could be on. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 4. Numero 11.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played out wide.
Numero 21.
Nicely weighted
Pirlo.
ball. Roberto Carlos.
Il numero 23.
Maldini gets it away.
Il numero 7. Il numero 16.
It's gone for a throw-in.
Il numero 20. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Tries to cut, climbs up big! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Gattuso. He's on it, can he get away? Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that was vital. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nice physical challenge.
This is the time you need that pace.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Dembele picks it up out wide. And it's hoisted clear. 75 minutes played. Hernes. Oh, this is a terrific run. And the through ball. Out of play for a goal kick. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, Giuseppe Bergomi really is a culture player, is he not, Jim? With a little bit of menace in the mix too.
Yeah, we all know him as a right-back, Peter, of course, but he has the flexibility, versatility, the confidence and the composure to play centrally too. He's even been known to play as a sweeper at times. No one did zonal marking better than this guy.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Varane gets over and intercepts. Ernest. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Out to the right.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Terrific header! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now that's well seen too. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Ah, he's given it away. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Dembele. Lahm has it out wide and in space. Thuram attempts a clearance. Barcelona have reclaimed it.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's good vision. Lahm. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. And that is as far as they're going to go. Cafu is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan finding their passes. Pull it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. And it's Dembele. Bellingham is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Ernest. He's had it taken off him. Ernest has created one goal already. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pull it. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Thuram gets rid without sophistication. Lahm. Lahm. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, it's played into the area. That's a decent clearance. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish of true class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Dembele proves just a little bit too strong. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So once again, we're underway. Dembele. Rodri has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Pirlo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Rodri. And it's Bellingham. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Pirlo. Here's Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. Nice sequence of passes this. Oh, nice one too, very nice. That's an excellent interception. Ferdinand gets good distance on it. Cafu. And it's Vieira. And the shot's on here. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rodri. Barcelona could counter here. It's Bellingham. And it's Rodri. Lahm. Lahm takes control of it, and he's on the move.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 11. Serán sustituidos por
Nesta
el dorsal
is
18,
pretty much the
y
definition of the word
el dorsal
uncompromising.
14,
And it's
Luis
Bellingham.
El dorsal 21.
Rodri.
Se va a llevar a cabo
Pelé.
el cambio de jugadores.
Here's Rodri. And it's Ferdinand. It's Bellingham. Passes short and sharp. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pelé. Bellingham. Pelé. He's had a shot! Lahm. Thuram. And it's Rodri. Oh, well played, well played. And that was very necessary for Nesta. Lam. Pele. That's Thuram. And it's Rodri. Bellingham. Looking tidy in possession here. Shoots! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Could be danger here. And this is Cruyff.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach.
Tries a shot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Dembele. Roberto Carlos delivers. Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Pele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Van Dijk has given away a free kick. And here's Ibrahimovic. Tries a deft little ball. Suarez gets flagged offside. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Cruyff. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And here's Dembele. Oh, important interception. Roberto Carlos gets a foot in here. Looking for the run. The real chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Roberto Carlos goes short. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Cleared away. So that's it. It is all over. Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to...